So like just I just thought about like creating videos or whatever, like just the first one that about I just keep like seeing videos about creating contents. Like you can make money, and Gary V keeps saying talking about like like I don't know why. It's so weird. It's whenever I talk to somebody in the real life about Gary V or whatever, most of them they just like seem so disgusted by that or whatever or something. But also I think that he creates such good content and whatever or something. What a lot of things that he say that I agree, and I don't understand why people just like so. I don't know, just like it's kind of like Gary V, like okay, yeah, like whatever or something, yeah. Anyways, but he's talking about like even though you're making like mango gummies or whatever, you can make money from that or whatever. You can earn some views or whatever to earn money or something. And then there's a channel that I watch called Sprouts, and then he's also talking about recently about like how creating content online or whatever may helping him like earn 3 times more than his jobs that he hates, like which is like working in a bank or whatever or something. So I just thought about doing that, because also I want to get out of the rat race or whatever or something. Like the salary here, basically I have no skills, and then and and the minimum wage here is $6 per hour or whatever, so which is like which is sucks. And so so I guess I just thought about doing this. Hopefully I can escape that or whatever or something. So yeah, and so just like so anyways, just like I just keep trying to do some research about that, and I keep hearing Gary Vee talking about those things or whatever. I just thought about that. Fuck it, I'm gonna record a video or whatever or something. So yeah, it's almost 2 minutes in, so I haven't talked about anything. But yeah, anyways, so just I think I just wanted to respond to him about one of the videos that I watched about him saying that that some of the when you try to tell people what to do, like you should do this, you should do that. I don't like to do this, but anyways, like he's having a video about talking to a 32-year-old person about he said that if you're talking to like those people like what you should do or whatever or something, and the people who are like in their 30s, 40s, 50s or whatever, they're gonna be like, what do you know or whatever or something when you're so young or whatever. But I just kind of just feel like just like I don't know. I feel like the young people, like for me, like for like I think I know way more than my aunt does or whatever. I guess in certain aspect in life or whatever or something, because I just kind of feel like she doesn't know anything or whatever. She's so fucking narrow-minded. At least I don't know what she knows. But anyways, like I just feel like she has so many biases, and then she's like so narrow-minded. Fucking narrow-minded, and it doesn't want you to learn or whatever, and I'm way so much more wanting to learn. And then I see so many things on the internet or something, just like yeah. And also Gary Vee talking about like you when you are in your 20s or whatever, you can say that you should do this, and then you say that you should he would say that his intuition tell him, or like somebody else says this or whatever. Usually I do this. Usually I say that if you are usually I say that so and so say this, and I really agree with that or whatever or something. But also when he say that, I just kind of just feel like I don't really want to do it, because like I don't know, I don't feel like I guess nobody likes it, like when you feel like you're obligated to do something or whatever. So yeah, I fucking hate that. Especially that's how my family talked to me growing up or whatever. You should they just they always say that do this, do that or whatever, don't do this, don't do that or whatever. So we just like that's I'm kind of like allergic to that or whatever, I guess. But anyways, like so but just because you're young or whatever doesn't mean that you don't know anything or whatever. You know what I mean? Just like like I feel like especially for the young people nowadays or whatever, maybe like 100 years ago or whatever, like it's hard to meet a genius person who just knows so many things in life already when they're like they're in their like teenage years or whatever, have so much wisdom and them or whatever, like yeah. And so just like, but now people like the young people nowadays right now, if they have like just if they just this, I don't know, like I just expose so many things on the internet, on YouTube or whatever, like I see so many things that if I have good judgment to judge which content is good for me, for me to I don't know about my life, to do better in my life or whatever. This is something that I feel really wanted to know, always wanted to talk about, like to understand more about this thing called life growing up, since when I was in like I don't know 8th grade, 9th grade or whatever or something, since when I was like 14, 15 years old. I just turned 22 like over half a month ago. So yeah, and So just like just you're young doesn't mean that you don't know anything or whatever. I feel like also about these things about like like my guts will tell me what is what I feel like my feelings, my guts really just tell me what's right, what's wrong, whatever. I should just listen to that, and it's just like, and also I kind of feel like if you can judge about if you are just you are in if you are just your judgment is right or whatever. It depends on like I feel like that kind of depends on if your heart is pure enough. That's kind of what I realized. Like think about like 3 years ago, yeah, like almost 3 years ago when I started talking to a hairdresser, which is yeah. Anyways, like this is not a story with that, but anyways, like so just I kind of just think I think that's like how I figured out or whatever. Like if your heart's pure enough and then your guts will tell you the right things to do, like what's good for you or whatever or something like that. That's kind of how I feel. Like if your your values or whatever, your mindset is not fucked up by the things that the society is trying to tell you. Like at least here in Taiwan, like I fucking hate here. But anyways, so yeah, maybe maybe this is my first video. I don't know. Like I tried to post a video last time about my I don't know, talk about my life problems or whatever, and I don't know, just. Anyways, I deleted that, and then right now I guess I'm trying to post again or whatever. I don't know. I'm just talking about whatever. So I'm thinking about this is the first thing I'm thinking about talking about, to as a response of one of the videos by Gary Vee. So yeah. Just because you're young doesn't mean that you don't know anything or whatever. You know what I mean? Like also, especially for the young people nowadays, they see so many things on the internet or whatever. If they have good judgment, they know what is good for them. Or something. Yeah. And so yeah, like so it's not that you are like 300 years ago, like also that doesn't mean it couldn't happen or whatever just because you're young. So also just because you're getting older doesn't mean that you know something more. Like my grandpa, he doesn't know anything. He doesn't even know like what are the vegetables or whatever, like what's the name of the vegetables that we're not asking or whatever or something like that. He's 95 years old and he doesn't know shit. So just what I mean. Like age really doesn't mean anything. That's kind of how I feel. Yeah, like from my experiences. So yeah.